You know what day it is? What? It's Cinco de Mayo! So anyways, a lot of people don't know this except for like close people obviously, but I'm actually Mexican. I've been giving you guys obvious hints that I'm Mexican, but of course you guys with your stupid brain. Just kidding, I love you guys, thanks for 250. But obviously you may have noticed in my last video that I spoke Spanish, so that obviously should have given off the hints that I'm Mexican. And if you're for some reason a weird person and don't know what Cinco de Mayo is, basically it's a holiday related to the Day of the Dead. But mainly it's to celebrate the day that Mexican soldiers won a war against French Napoleons. Woo! Mexico for the win! So ever since that day in 1862, we had this bomb holiday, Cinco de Mayo. But this video isn't really going to be about Cinco de Mayo, but instead it's going to be about growing up Hispanic and being Hispanic. Being Hispanic is amazing, way better than you Americans. I am proud and love the Mexican blood in me. Some of you watching are maybe also Mexican. I don't know, I can't see the screen. But if you are, then great. That means if we ever meet in real life, we can be friends. And you better not show my face or I'll murder your whole family. So anyways, growing up Hispanic can be crazy. Food, parties, more food. And some Mexicans watching this, including myself, might not even know how to speak Spanish. I do know how to speak some Spanish, but even though my family is full-on Mexican, because over time while going to an American school, everyone speaks English. I do still use some terms in Spanish, but overall I don't use it 24/7. And as you can expect, my family made fun of me for not knowing Spanish. Wow, you're so dumb and stupid. How the heck do you not know Spanish? My parents would sometimes lecture me like, oh, if we go to Mexico and they hear you're not from here, they will kidnap you and never bring you back, and I will not help because you need to know Spanish. And first of all, excuse me? You won't help me if a random guy picked me off the street and took me to his lair or something? You are not gonna help me? Wow, real cold, Mom. And also, it's not my fault you never taught me Spanish. Anyways, main reason I didn't know Spanish is because I did not grow up in a Spanish area. I lived in a freaking apartment complex next to a white suburb neighborhood. And also, my parents never even taught me Spanish. They somehow just thought that I would pick it up, which is understandable actually. Speaking of Spanish, Mexican parties. Woo! I guess. They can be great and fun sometimes, but most of the time it's super boring and draining. And also, this is how my parents are. Hey Mom, when are we going home? Don't worry, it will be gone soon. Mom, are we going home now? I remember in the meantime just hanging out with random kids there that I don't even know. And being the shy turtle I am, you know I never want to do that. But sooner or later, I kind of have to if I want to have some fun. I end up having lots of fun with them and having to leave and never seeing them again. But the food there is always delicious. Speaking of foods, Mexican food! They are so delicious, and if you're not a fan of any type of Mexican food, the door's that way. Just kidding, you can stay, but please try this. I have some friends that whenever I go to a party, they're like, oh dang, I wouldn't like it, I can't handle spice. And I'm like, wait, hold up. Do you think Mexican food is just spicy? Well, that's where you're wrong, buckaroo. There are so many Mexican foods that are not spicy and I'm too lazy to list off. Anyways, I have lots of favorite Mexican foods, and here are my top 3. First one's enchiladas. Nothing to say, just delicious. Number 2, papusas. Also need no caption because it's just so good. And my number 1 favorite food, Mexican food to be exact, is, drumroll please, you probably already guessed it because it's really popular among the Mexicans, avocados. And yeah, I know what some of you guys are thinking, avocados are my favorite. And if so, then I freaking love you. Let's be friends. Back to the topic of foods. My mom right here, you know, the character you've seen a lot. Yeah, she loves to cook. And sometimes she cooks way too much. I have a pretty small appetite and a pretty small stomach, as mentioned in my food video. But also, the food she makes is delicious, sis. I cannot tell you all the tacos, all the carne asada, all the chorizo. I don't really want to say a lot because there are so many growing up with Hispanic videos out there. And I don't want to repeat what they said for the millionth time. But I have to talk about growing up Hispanic because it was a banger. On the topic of growing up Hispanic, there were a lot of Mexican shows I watched as a kid. For example, the most dramatic telenovela ever, La Rosa de Guadalupe. God, I have so many memories. It was so dramatic and I love it. Staying up past my bedtime with my mom and dad watching the show, which is not at all appropriate for kids. But I still loved it. Also, to save money, you know Mexicans like to do instead of hiring a babysitter? My mom just got one of her friends to babysit me for free when I was like 3 or 4 years old. I remember not liking it. Whenever I would want to watch some Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, she would always put it in Spanish, which, as I mentioned, I didn't grow up speaking Spanish, so most of the time I never knew what it was saying. I would only understand some stuff once in a while, but most of the time it was in ear, out the other. And listening to me talk about all this stuff, you might be thinking, wow, Christian, being a Mexican seems so cool. I wish I was Mexican. And you would be right. Being Hispanic is the best and nothing else could compare. But anyways, that's it for this video. Hope you liked it. Sorry it was a bit short. I just want to get it out quick enough. Like and subscribe. Gracias and adios. Hi there. Thanks for watching my video. Welcome to the new end card of a brand new video. Sorry this video was a little bit shorter than the others. I just wanted to get it out in time for Cinco de Mayo. As I'm recording this, it was May 2nd, so I only have 3 days to animate. So I'm gonna have to clutch. But anyways, thanks for watching. Please consider liking and subscribing because I really need to grow my channel. It's not growing at a good rate, but I still appreciate all 251 of you. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.